when you want to get a picture. In this particular session, we would call these a piece. You never call it a drawing. You call it a piece. This piece is it's so bizarre. It's so tangential, transgressional, and transitional, transcend to another plane, and make it individualized, And it's not per se that the comic book fashion and techniques that are used within this piece will show you a rather large barrage of inequities within one's self, and you can really start to understand the products of when you have certain things that make everyone, not just me and you, a part of something, and when it's not unreal to think that way, you never want to stop, and I think we all want to know that every aspect of human nature, of modern culturalism, and what we consider to be beautiful is never quite the same as it was before. And I think that when people really do look into the norms, per se, the norms of society, of politics, of even art, as it were, vis-a-vis the incredulous behavior that we see right now with modern depictions of men, of women, of children. You can never really quite understand it, and it's in that same vein that we take what we know of ourselves and turn it into a manifestation of the wrong and the right that we perceive. And in that perception, you can really only have a burp like that, and then a little tiny one like that, and then whenever you say to yourself while you're making the picture, I'm not this. This is not me, and you can't really make an adequate and non-biased decision on a lot of things, particularly whenever it comes to the issues that we face, that the future generations will face, and when you can't really rely on your leaders, on your own close circles of friends, even that just turn around and say, well, you're wrong and I'm right, and I think that when you're making a picture that's really reflecting on your own self-worth, your own vitality, that when you don't want to do something that society deems politically correct, let's just say, the feelings and the judgments of everyone involved in the observation of what you make is, never going to be as powerful that what you can create in your own mind. And I really think that if you're doing a picture of Mr. Freeze, then that's the kind of mindset you really need to have. And if you can't get there, there's always ways to find that. And whatever those may be, they may be participating in community groups. You really need to get hands-on and decide upon how you can contribute. And it's always, family can come first in all these things. But when there are things that need to be done, we have issues that need to be solved, and there's people that are crying out for some kind of knowledge or education that you can't get through traditional libraries. There's always an opportunity around every corner. There's always a system in place that you need to break out of. Think outside the box. Think of different cultures that are in the world, and how they approach subjects like this, and whether or not they're quote unquote fashionable or quote unquote regulated. And you can't what you have seen done and just repeat it. Otherwise, we're just going to be in a circle of sameness. And why do people do this? Why do people always choose to go down the same? You're on the beaten path. You're on the same road together. You can't have all of these over here on this side and all of these over here on that side, and then try and think of some means of bringing them together. And whenever you can't decide on, A, B, C, or D, then you have to push it all away and then think about how you can turn that upside down, how you can make that go the way you need it to go, and also benefit everybody else. And if you can get to that point, then you're going to solve the problem, and then I'm going to solve the problem, and we all solve the problem together. If that really is what we think we need to be doing as a society, as a country, as a planet, then all of that other quote unquote fluff or secular thinking, the most mundane parts of every topic will be eliminated. When you bring those elements together, when you've studied and you've researched and you've gotten the economics down, the ethics of the situation solved, then there's always a new idea that will allow you to take control of it, and take control for the betterment of everyone. And really, you'll learn so much. And in doing that, you will know who you are, who we all are. And I think the best option that you can choose to do is go ahead and watch this video, take notes on it, and get yourself a Mr. Freeze t-shirt, and really just keep going, keep striving, keep turning that wheel, and when you don't have to do it anymore, you can always start again. Everybody can start again. Everybody can start over. Everybody can make their argument, and you should, break the chain, cut the slack, it's a double-edged sword. But you have to do these things. You have to take part in it, and you have to get up out of your chair and shout out your window that you're here and you are ready for all of it. So